Hi guys, Ali here with you. One thing that I want to discuss with you guys today is that how do you get out of debt? Now, the question everyone says is, how do I get out of debt? And now the old school mentality, in the past, we've talked about paying off your mortgage. That's definitely what my mother told me. Now in the future, the methods are different and they're a lot more easier, and it saves you from spending the next 30 years paying down your mortgage. Now, the way that you do this is very simple. For example, you might have $1 million property with $800,000 owing, which means you have equity that's available to use. Now, think about it this way. You could do two options. You could pay off your mortgage for the next 30 years, slaving away, or you can follow the Buyers Club method. Now, how do you get out of debt? The quickest way to get out of bad debt is to get into good debt. Now, what does that mean? That means buying positive cash flow, high growth, properties that have depreciation, and buying below market value. Now, those are the 4 rules that we use here at Buyers Club. So for example, you then use your equity to then buy 2 properties at 500,000. Now, if we look back at history shows that property, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and South Australia all grow between 6.2 and 6.8%. So that means that using the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest, your property, a decent property, will grow double in 10 years' time. For example, now if we break that down, what does that mean? If you buy a property today at $500,000 and that property grows by 7% every year, then your property will double in the next 10 years. So if you did 2 of those properties, you bought 2 properties at $500,000 each, positive cash flow, depreciation in high growth location, and you're getting them below market value. So you're making equity on entry. That would mean that in 10 years time, both your properties at $500,000 will be worth $1 million. Now, if you were to hold those particular properties, now your properties at $1 million will now be worth $2 million. You could actually take out the equity, which would be over $1 million in equity, and use that to pay off your home. Now, a lot of our clients at Buyers Club have used the exact same strategy. One of our clients said to me, who was very conservative, Ali, I want to focus on my own home. I said to him, follow my strategy. Let's go out there, buy a dual key property in Southeast Queensland. He bought that for $450,000. 2 years later, it's worth over 800 grand. Now, the rents have also increased, which means that if he was to top up and take out $400,000 in equity and use that to pay off his own home, his property will still be cash flow positive. Now, I don't know about you guys, but how long would it take you to save up $400,000? A lot longer than 2 years, I can tell you that. So that particular client has actually not used that money to go towards his own home, but yet used his money to further invest and further grow his property portfolio. And now we've done 3.